Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis B. Bevels. The P today stands for packing. Yep, I'm moving again.
Fudge.
I'll tell you what though, I've been really taking my time. I've been really thoughtful and methodical about packing, and I numbered everything. I got the master list, and I've written down
numbers. You know, you're not very good at that.
Well, I know up to like 75 because of bingo.
Oh, sure.
I did most of the outside the bedroom stuff, and like the bulk of it, looks like I have a lot to do still, but it's just clothes because I have a lot of clothes.
You do have a lot of clothes. And look, you're wearing something new. Been a while since you've worn anything different than the last 3 dresses that you keep wearing. I'm doing okay. I had a good week. I'm glad to hear that the packing's
is video evidence
going
of
well.
what I've worn recently.
You don't watch this show, you wouldn't know. How is packing going though? You're
I
feeling
watched
good?
The comments. Yeah, I need to get a couple of
that
boxes.
Was too much already.
I need to get a couple of boxes.
Oh, I've got some.
Oh, really?
That one has Princess Diana Beanie Babies in it. Take the Beanie Babies out. You can have that box.
Okay.
Great. I solved your problem. I'm sorry that you have to move again, but I'm so happy because you're going to be living so close to me, and that means...
I'm going to be so close to you.
That, well, it kind of means you're stalking me, but I understand because look at this.
It means that I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be finally. The only thing is you cannot move for like 2 to 3 years.
Well, we haven't had water for 2 days, so we may be moving in a couple days as well. But we won't be moving far. We're going to move up to North Hollywood. What if we just traded?
I will say I'm in my frugal era. I'm entering my frugal era.
You're entering. Okay, great.
I've been keeping track of everything I've spent, and I've cut out completely eating out, ordering in, except for once a week I get to go on a date with Austin, my boyfriend.
Well, that's different. That's dating.
That's different. I found this twink on TikTok.
I love that.
His name is Bradley on a Budget.
Hey guys, it's me, Bradley.
No.
And I'm on a what?
No.
Budget.
He's a little insufferable, but you kind of have to get... He's
Is that
like...
not what I did?
No. Not in the twink way. He's in like the, I just reached saving $250,000 and here's how I did it. I didn't go out to eat because that's stupid! Like, he's really funny.
Okay.
But it's abrasive. But once you get past that, you're like, oh, you've got some good ideas.
You do have a type.
Anyway, Bradley on a Budget, I'm really liking his stuff.
She loves you, but she also kind of hates you, which is honestly your strongest relationship.
I love it. Although the one thing I'll say is he was on a Dr. Phil episode. So that tells you the type of person that he is. And also...
What, a go-getter?
No.
What type of person he is? A go-getter?
But also, like, he's like, here's my 9 side jobs. And 2 of them, one's like a go-go dancer at a gay club and one's OnlyFans. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to do those.
You know what's crazy? Dr. Phil could have been in Trump's cabinet, but he got so scared of everyone coming after him for speaking at the Nazi rally that he's like, no, I didn't actually vote for Trump. Dr. Phil, you could have been Secretary of War or whatever. They probably have a couple of those. You could be one of the Secretaries of War. Well, I'm so sorry that you're going through that, but I'm also so happy to hear that it's going so smoothly and that I haven't been involved at all.
I'm feeling excited. And
you should.
I'm feeling encouraged.
And you should.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something exciting that happened this week?
Yeah.
Okay. My niece, Piper, she's 12. Imagine it.
Oh my God.
And she was in Beauty and the Beast this week. She was Chip.
Oh.
Well, she was ensemble one night, and then she was Chip the second night.
Oh, is that fun?
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
And it was so exciting. But another thing that she did was while backstage, she thought, who is my most famous relative? I must draw them. And so she texted me and she says, hey, Uncle Drew, that's my government name. You can't say it. Hey, Uncle Drew, can I draw you? And I said, sure. And she's like, I want to draw Darby. And I was like, sure. That's why I'm wearing this hair, because she drew me in this hair. Oh, I'm putting it on the screen right now. Isn't it so good?
Cute. She did
For
good.
12?
Yes.
I'm so impressed.
She did really good.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you need yourself drawn by Piper, she's very cheap.
Now that Mama's gone, we can exploit your
So her name was
niece.
Mama. Her name was Mama.
Well, yeah, now that she is gone, we can exploit your niece for free art.
I will have you know that every dollar made from that Mama thing went to something. What was it for? Did I give it to her? Oh yeah, I bought her a fountain. Bitch only used it for a year, then she died. Don't buy old people presents.
And then the other waterworks started happening.
What do you mean? Alexis!
Hey!
Oh, We're so sorry to interrupt you beautiful woman in blonde hair and other one, but we just wanted to come on here and thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is, of course, AdamandEve.com.
Hey, feeling horny?
Always.
Feeling horny for the holidays?
Actually, not when I'm tired. When I'm tired, I'm not horny at all. When I was young, I was hardest at my tiredest. But now, if I'm tired and Curtis even looks at me, I say, I'll cut it off.
It goes in, it inverts.
Yeah. He becomes what inverts? A cat? Do they have those? No. Cats don't invert. They'll die.
Sounds like you could use 4 toys. And lucky for you, we have a brand new deal for the holidays.
Okay, listen, trans rights. That was the worst transition you've ever done.
No, that wasn't
bad. Oh, that's true. Well, you're doing a pretty good job now. It was a rough start.
Let me try it again.
What?
Let me try it again.
Oh, sure.
Let me try it again. If Curtis even looks at me,
his penis goes.
Yeah, like a gopher.
I'll say, I'll cut it off, and I'll make a toy out of it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of toys, sounds like you could use a new sex toy from AdamandEve.com. And luckily, we have a brand new...
Because I cut my husband's penis off?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
I was in the middle of...
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. You're right.
Let's take it back.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have a brand new deal just for the holidays with AdamandEve.com.
Oh, good. So, listen, holiday shopping is hard. And I don't mean in a horny way. I mean, like, difficult. Although difficult can also be kind of horny. You ever gotten super turned on because something was frustrating and you didn't know what to do, so you just laid down and you jerked off?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's say you've got, I don't know, $20 left in your budget.
Oh
you
my
bought all the
gosh.
presents you can buy,
and you
but
need
now you have
to fill
4
your stockings.
horny people to buy for, and you only have $20. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna go to AdamandEve.com/IMHO, and you're gonna get yourself 4 toys for $20.
$20!
4 for $20.
And it has to be /IMHO, otherwise they don't know that we sent you.
You could also just click
and then
the-
Adam will call us and he'll say, hey, did you talk about our products? And I'll be like, yeah, our viewers are horny as fuck. They're definitely buying them. They bought 4 for $20, just like you said. Oh, well, they didn't use the link. We didn't know. And I'm like, how did you even get this number? And then I realize it's been in my hand the whole time.
Now you have 11 toys to choose from, but you can pick 4 of them, and there's more being added to the list every single day.
Listen, at time of filming, there are 11, but apparently more are being added. So go look at shit.
Go hog
And if you see something that you want to put in your butt
or your mouth
or your pussy
or your nose, click it.
Ooh, or do you ever do a sexy white elephant? What are those called?
Ooh, red elephant.
Elephants with boners, I think is what we call them in the biz. It's a really cheap and easy way to get some funny giant dildos.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring us, and thank you, everyone, for using the link so that Adam does not get mad at us. And I know I'm just saying Adam, but Eve, let's be honest.
She never checks her emails.
Oh, AdamandEve.com/IMHO.
They put the O in IMHO.
Now you can finally afford sex toys.
Once I move.
Thank you, everyone, so much for getting back into Canada with us. We've had so much fun.
Oh my God, yeah.
We are reaching the end of the year, so we will have a big finale roundup coming up soon. Every finale we missed, you get one incredibly too long episode for that.
It's
we
gonna
do
be,
need to film that soon.
I've been thinking about that.
Because I'm leaving on the 20th, so...
Yeah.
We should have a night where you just come over and we watch all of Philippines, and we can do a Philippines one the next day or so. And then the finales, we can just kind of summarize.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But we are back for another episode of Canada because we had to be, because it's on. I don't know if you know that. Also, we will be having a season 17 cast review soon as well. I have not watched a single thing.
Well, it's because her water's off.
My water is off, actually.
So
it's
she's
been off
not
for a
able to
couple
watch
days.
it.
And there is a giant dookie in that toilet. And if you open that toilet, you'll be cursed. Can you still flush the toilet without your water being on? Yeah. All you have to do is fill the tank. Has Curtis done that yet? No. Did he have diarrhea this morning? Yes. There's an emergency. I don't know, but if you go outside, all of our sewage is flowing down the side of the street. Did you see that? That was my poop.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't even recognize me?
We turned in before, and I got out on it because all that stuff made me nervous. I didn't want to have to deal with it.
Okay, so you stepped over the poop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although it was dark, so I might have stepped in it.
Oh, how would I be able to tell? Anyway, they are having
Oh my
a
God.
lip sync battle.
It's a lip sync slay-off.
That's how I know we aren't supposed to be on this show.
For the second time
I couldn't do it.
in 2 episodes of watching this series, I went into this episode thinking, oh, I don't wanna, and then came out of it thinking, that was fun.
I had a good time.
I had a great time.
I had a good time. I was uncomfortable for a lot of it, but I think that's part of the fun of a lip sync on a
In
television
Canada,
show.
for sure, yeah.
And what does that mean in Canada? Do you have something to say to the entire country?
No.
Oh, she just learned it was a country. Sorry. Listen, when I watch these lip sync offs, my heart does go out to the comedy queens and the queens. Who was it that they said was a bingo girl?
Oh, Helena, but
No, she did amazing.
yeah.
I know I would be like, oh, fuck. I
Yeah,
have to
no.
survive
I wouldn't
this.
be able to do that.
I would just be waiting for the beaver. I'd say, could I please just have that beaver?
Yeah.
Or if you're on Canada, you could be on one of the winning teams that probably shouldn't have won, and then you don't have to worry about it at all. I struggled with the judging on this one.
The judging didn't make sense, but the format I loved.
Yeah.
You're telling me we are only going to watch 5 lip syncs plus the lip syncs for your life. Normally these go like bracket style and they just keep going and you don't see anything worth. They're like this short. I loved this and I liked the idea that it's like the losers of the losing team. Those are the bottom.
It made for a really great single episode.
Yes.
However, I do believe that there were some judging shenanigans. Because let's be honest, lip syncs, it's subjective. So they can make up whatever reason they want to say that this person won. Do I believe that they were giving certain people wins so that it would keep going? So the episode would be longer? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Are you talking about Uma and Xana?
Well, we'll get there.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's get there.
Let's just freaking go.
So we have Team Perla versus Team Virgo.
Yes.
Oh, also, thank you to all the Canada girls that reached out from our first review. We're cheering you on.
Wait, who reached out? I saw Tara.
Tara.
We love you, Tara.
Minnie.
Minnie did?
Xana.
Is she mad at me? Oh, is Xana mad at me?
Michaela. Perla. I say it every season. It's really... It's insane
It's
that they
special.
reach
It's
out.
really cool.
So thank you, ladies, for watching.
Thanks for watching. We're
anything
enjoying watching you.
Some of you.
So they learned that they're going to do a lip sync slay off. There's no mini challenge, but there is a part in the beginning where Minnie grabbed Perla and lifted her up, and I thought, I ship it. I want to see a Minnie Perla relationship.
No way.
Or a Merle.
She'd rip right through her.
Respectfully, I think that's fun.
I think she's too small. I think that would actually be against the law in some way.
Remember she lifted her up though? That's so cute.
I know, but then in the lip sync off, when Perla, you could count her ribs through her stuff.
I knew you were going to talk about that.
I was so jealous.
I knew you were going to talk about that.
So jealous.
I loved it. However,
You fucking
seeing the
bitch.
nipples, I wanted to see her in a boobie.
No, I loved it. No, okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay.
I knew you were
Let's
gonna
be
mention
honest.
that.
If Minnie comes up to you and says, I'm going to lift you up, I'm going to say, yes, you are.
I'd say get a back brace.
I say, go. I said if she's going to lift me up.
Don't worry about that. Thank you.
Don't worry about your back brace. When I was in 6th grade and the school bully said he wanted to pick me up to prove that I was small and he was big, and then he broke my tailbone. And then the teacher tried to give us detention for horseplay, but I was just doing what the bully told me to do. So I cried and my teacher called me a sissy, and then I had to write a paper on classroom safety, and now she's dead.
Yeah, fuck her.
She died of a heart attack in front of some 6th graders.
She died alone.
Well, she died with 28 children watching her, but basically alone. Up first, we have Minnie versus Michaela. Did you know that Alanis Morissette had music before Jagged Little Pill? This is how I learned.
No, I didn't know that.
Wasn't that song very
She was in an
not-
episode of Sex and the City and she kissed Carrie, but Carrie was being really homophobic
It
in
has
that
nothing to do with what I said. So Alanis Morissette, yeah, that
Well, you oughta know.
kind of poppy. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. This sounded so different. It was like a poppy 90s song. I loved it.
Yeah, I
I just
didn't
want to
know.
say, Alanis Morissette. First of all, thank you for being a patron. Secondly,
Yeah.
you do good music. I don't
Loved
know if
it.
anyone's ever told you that.
Yeah. I thought Michaela looked incredible.
yeah, she's
she did
Michaela.
incredible. She
Yeah.
showed us again, this is why I'm already better than everyone.
I did feel bad that the first lip sync was Michaela. And
Yeah,
the first
it
lip
was
sync, they announced Michaela first.
Yeah.
So then when they were like, against Minnie, everyone went...
I thought Minnie held her own. Thought she was quite good.
Listen, I'm gonna throw stones at my glass house, but I'm on YouTube, so technically, I'm on a galaxy or whatever you're watching this on. There is a charm to Minnie's performance.
In comparison to Michaela, it's Abby Lee Miller dancing versus like So You Think You Can Dance, dancers dancing. Like the levels are just not even.
What are you trying to say?
Abby Lee Miller.
Not her dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, her dancing.
Her dancing.
Okay, that'd be kind of funny.
She went to jail, I think.
Okay. Did she dance in prison? No,
Actually, I don't know if
see
she
it.
went to prison.
Yes, she
I'm just
did.
saying the
Yes,
levels.
She did.
Okay, then yeah,
She absolutely went to prison.
prison.
All the cool
so
kids
the
go to
levels, the
prison.
levels aren't fair. They're not evenly matched.
Correct.
That's all I was saying.
Correct. But
I'm constantly trying to. Oh, can I do a confessional?
okay.
Something about me is that I'm constantly trying to find a really good metaphor for something. So sometimes they don't land like that one, but sometimes they're really good. Like oh, you know, my favorite is if you jump in a pit with, I'm so sorry, I'm not done with my confessional. If you jump in a pit full of snakes and then you get mad when the snake bites you, that's like my favorite metaphor of all time. If you get into a situation you're not happy about, but you put yourself in that situation, well, that's a little victim blaming. Only if it applies to snakes.
Okay, I won. I have a confessional. I don't know what she's trying to prove, but she didn't. Okay, confessional done.
Did you see me? I was twerking.
I didn't. I just, listen, I hate that Minnie watches this.
I thought she did good. I thought there were some cute, charming moments.
I'm a big fan of her for getting out there and doing it because as a drag queen who is not a great lip syncer, I feel like I share a lot of similar qualities with Minnie. However, what I mentioned in the last episode about her perhaps not walking as femininely in heels as we would like, I think the dancing was very similar in that. I'm saying this with the biggest stone aimed at my glass wall. Okay. There were multiple times where I was visibly uncomfortable because I felt so uncomfortable. And I know I don't mean to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean, Minnie. Listen, I'm so uncomfortable. Go watch Pussy Queen. Don't watch this. I love you. I'm so happy for her and I'm so charmed by her. And I loved that she went in completely believing in herself and ready to put on a show. Whereas if I were put up against Michaela, I would have said, can I just
she was
out?
trying to get with Jaylene or Uma. She thought maybe she would be better matched with those two.
And I have to be honest.
She was trying to do that.
I don't think she would have been better matched. I
don't know.
Where
she knew all the words.
I don't know how to say this.
He's hot.
He's so hot, but
so you can be mean if you want.
I don't know. Can I say
good clavicle in the workroom?
I think she's still learning her movement as a queen.
Well, she said in the episode she doesn't do this a lot,
and you can see that.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
Fine. That's not mean.
And that's okay. I know, but can I tell you? I found it really frustrating. First of all, Shea Coulee was there, and she looked amazing.
Oh my God, Shea Coulee.
Yeah, she looked great. But what killed me is.
What if you just be open with yourself? We can get the editors to take it out.
She doesn't move well in drag. I know that that's something we all have to learn in ourselves as drag queens. We have to learn how to move more femininely. If anything, you've gotten way more masculine since you started drag. You know, like we all take our own journeys.
My aim has gotten worse too, honestly.
But are we doing her any favors by not addressing it?
She's on Drag Race. I'm sure people are addressing it.
No. I mean on the show. Like if you can't walk in heels, usually the judges will say that.
Well,
but she struggles to walk in heels and they haven't said a word.
If you're looking to
then if you do the if you do the lip sync, the movement's not great. What good did it do for everyone to say that she was good?
But if you're wanting
I'm so sorry, Minnie.
to be fairly
really sorry.
but in her defense, if you're wanting to be fairly critiqued, semi-fairly critiqued, and if you're wanting to be like helped along your drag journey, you're not going to Drag Race Canada to get that information because they don't judge correctly.
Well, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. I just wish I wish someone would tell her.
We're telling her.
And maybe they are. Maybe they are on the show. Maybe I'm watching a different cut. Maybe what I'm seeing, no one else is seeing, and maybe I'm making it up in my head. because I want to be mean to a hot guy. But I just...
Is it specifically the walking or the dancing?
Both.
Both.
She is presenting very feminine.
And
so I want
the movement's
her
not
movements,
matching.
I want her movements to be feminine.
Correct. That's fine.
Probably... I could have said that 10 minutes ago. We could have avoided this whole thing. Are you okay? No, I just feel uncomfortable. It's finding that balance, right, in these reviews. Because I read your comments. I know that you watch this because you want to know what we actually think. But then I also know that, like, these girls are getting shit on left and right all over the internet.
Especially her, and because her water's off and they can't flush the shit. So
I can't flush right now, and it's really, really tough on my relationship. No, but, like, I know they're getting shit on left and right, and I don't want to add to that, but I also don't...
But you also want to be honest, because an honest word delivered in a productive way could be more helpful than just going on a show and no one ever telling you something that could be worked on.
I'm just curious why no one is telling her. You think they'd want
but
her
maybe
to
they
improve.
are. Maybe they are.
And we're just not seeing it.
And it's just not part of the edit.
Minnie, I'm sorry for how harsh I came off. It's truly not.
I don't think you were
just
harsh. Yes, it's uncomfortable. We like doing this. But it is hard.
Like doing this.
But it is hard because it's like the greater picture of like, we're not doing what y'all are doing, but we're still getting a lot of notes on how we do it. You wanted to be a sister to her because that's an easy fix. And she can do it. She's physical. She's also got such big quads. She probably can't move.
I feel so, I feel like I'm about to start sweating.
You're fine.
I just don't want her to be upset, and I don't want anyone to like take my words and hurl them at her. But maybe if a judge could.
From a very attractive man to another very attractive man. I think.
Why are you doing this? You're gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting you. Your gas is off. I don't think what you said was as bad as you think it was.
There's a blocked pipe, and it ended up being like a pipe blockage from the early aughts of the 1900s.
I forgot to.
No, it wasn't yours. You weren't born yet. I mean, you were close to being born. It was like 1910.
Thank you.
But it like made the pipes go. And so they've been turning our water off for like the last couple days. We get water for like an hour a day, which might explain my reaction to Minnie's lip sync now that I think about it.
I think when you watch this, you're going to see that you didn't really say anything that bad.
But I know she could see it, and I don't want her to see it.
Let's do a trigger warning just to Minnie Wang and play it before this.
Okay,
ready?
Let's record it.
Hey, Minnie. We're so happy
Hi,
that
Minnie.
you watch.
We
I'm starstruck. I'm in awe. You're very good
this.
And you're very hot.
You're just both. You're so charming.
But
and I gotta admit, we weren't ready for this.
A little trigger
we're not ready for a hot guy to be good at drag.
Love coming your way.
It's hard.
In the next, so just
it's hard
kind of
to watch
skip forward the next 10
do what
minutes.
we do so well and on
honestly,
TV.
It's not that bad.
And also be hot.
She's very
But I did have a couple notes, and I just
brain broken.
But I don't want you to hear it. I don't want you to hear it. I want you go
this
lift a weight.
This is a trigger warning.
Go lift a weight, babe.
Skip forward 10 minutes
place.
and then come back. We really appreciate your viewership.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I think that's gonna work.
I think that's great.
Wow. Okay. So Michaela wins. Up next we have Helena and Jaylene. Is it Helena or Helena?
Helena, I think. Helena Poison. It's hard when I don't know the wordplay. It's like not quite wordplay. There's like Helena.
So you've got a note about her too.
Should we do another trigger warning?
Quick.
Helena.
Just
a tiny little trigger
really
warning.
Quick
We
trigger
really
warning. We love
appreciate
you.
If you're watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
We really
love
think
your
you're
drag.
cool.
We love your drag.
But if you just want to go ahead and skip forward, like maybe 5 to 7 minutes.
No, just like 5 seconds, because you're just gonna insult her name real quick. So just like 10 seconds.
10 seconds, 30 seconds, and then come right back. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Don't know how to pronounce it.
Me neither. So Miss Poison versus Jaylene. This was Rufus Wainwright. I can never say her name.
Rufus Wainwright.
Doing Judy Garland's Carnegie Hall version of San Francisco. Now we, of course, saw Rufus at the Queer Teas. I don't know if it was the year we won.
No, it was the next year because my back was hurting.
That was so funny.
I was so mad.
I know, I had a great time. He's a lot shorter than I thought. He was like a tall little wisp.
Everyone famous is short.
Yeah.
They can't be tall unless they're what? Joel McHale or President Trump is pretty tall.
He's 6'8".
Yeah.
He only weighs 120 pounds. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I've never listened to Rufus Wainwright's Carnegie Hall album because I'm such a Judy-phile that I personally find it difficult to listen to someone else do her entire album.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a slap in the queen's
balls.
face. Slap in her balls.
Yeah.
Judy Garland had incredible balls.
Huge.
Testicles beyond. You wouldn't believe it. One hung much lower than the other.
Yeah. She called him Tin Man and Scarecrow.
Who was the Cowardly Lion? Oh, her butthole. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Now, Jaylene thought she was gonna take this because she is the older woman doing an older woman song, doing the Judy Garland.
She did.
And I have to be honest,
I
thought she did too. I mean, I thought she was going to.
Oh, you thought she was going to? Yeah, for sure.
But then it seemed like she was just kind of disconnected.
I felt like she did good, but her movements, they weren't connected. Her mouth was doing it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I felt like she was kind
out of nowhere. She would just sort of
aimless.
like do a samba, and then she would stop.
Helena.
Or Helena. Skip forward a couple
Loved
seconds.
it.
Helena.
Loved
Can't say her
it.
name. Yeah, loved it. She was incredible.
Her face. Also, I loved her look. Her look might have been my favorite lip sync look with the kind of Mondrian like color block.
So cute.
So good.
She won, but can I tell you the part that made me so uncomfortable? And she did it, like, she had every right to do it. That's the entire reason she was there. But Shea Coulee giving Jaylene tips on how to lip sync.
Oh, I thought that was nice.
Because to me, Jaylene is like an icon, untouchable. She's been performing for 3 decades or more. And so even though Shea Coulee is top of her game as well, she's a baby compared to Jaylene. So I just, Shea was being very specific with her notes with everyone. So I'm not saying, like, she should have done it. I'm not saying she shouldn't have done it, but it was just, well, I don't know that Jaylene needs to hear this.
Oh, no, see, I had a different take. Your thought about Minnie Wang, about nobody telling her. I thought this is, because if you're going to get notes about lip syncing from anyone, it's got to be from, like, one of the lip sync legends.
But Jaylene is also known for her legendary performance skills. So
sure.
I don't know. It just made me a little uncomfortable.
Sure, but I thought that was a kind way of Shea to telling her, like, that wasn't as good as the other one.
Right. She picked, like, a constructive thing instead of just
yeah,
I didn't.
No,
I
wasn't
agree.
uncomfortable.
I agree, but it did make me a little uncomfortable, and that's okay.
That's yeah.
That's what Canada's for.
And like Canada, you're very, like, sorry.
I do a lot. I say sorry.
Sorry.
Now we have 1 point for Virgo, 1 point for Perla. So let's go to the third. It's Xana versus Uma. Now, what did we think?
I get from Xana plain Jane vibes in that she doesn't want to.
I love her.
I think she's a little too sharp and a little too cutting. No, she was fine this episode. She's doing this conflict with Uma, so it was heightened by them getting positioned against each other.
And Uma wanted the Judy Garland song.
So that being said, I thought Uma in presentation and in movement was a little chaotic, and I thought Xana on the whole did a much smoother job in all departments. But because I think Xana's kind of a cunt, I was glad it went to Uma. But I didn't think it went there. I didn't think it was deserved. I don't know.
Don't even try to say it again, because that was perfect.
I don't think Uma won.
No. I told you not to.
Sorry.
I love Xana. I think she's perfect. So it seemed like in the room, people felt very different about Uma's performance. I love Uma as a drag queen.
Me too.
She's one of those girls that I worry about in these kind of lip sync offs, because you know she's not going to shablam out of nowhere. She might go dee, you know, something like that. I agree with you that her take was very chaotic. Entertaining.
I got it, because she talked about, like, being in the rave and like, doing that song.
Yeah,
it was very entertaining.
But thrilled for Uma. And because she's not as much of a cunt as Xana is, I'm glad that it gives her a little one-upmanship to Xana. I'm excited to see them fight more.
And Xana is positioning herself to where every time she doesn't get something, it's going to make her even more of a TV character cunt. And I think they probably want that.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
I don't see the cunt the same way you do. I don't see plain Jane in her. I don't at all. There's an insecurity to plain Jane that I do not see in Xana. I'll say that.
Oh.
And I did. Then we had the Virgo Queen versus Tiffany. Now, before they started...
Exes by Tate McRae. That was the name of the song.
Yes, Queen Work Mama Slay. Thank you for that. Now, before they started, the Virgo Queen said she's not going to land in the bottom because bottoming is not for me. I eat too many burritos. Same. Although at her age, I was eating burritos and sitting on cock because I knew, hey, if I make a mess, I'm in my 20s, I'm just young, I'm silly.
Yeah. Ooh, I want a burrito.
I thought they both did great, but I couldn't take my eyes off
who
Virgo.
was it?
Virgo and
Tiffany. It was Virgo for me, that one.
Yeah, and she did, in fact. So now we're tied, 2-2. It comes down to this. It's Sanjina versus Perla. Now, this was the one that I struggled with the most as far as the decision was so far removed from what I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. Sanjina, if you're watching, we love you.
We do love you.
She was just too chaotic. She was beyond too chaotic. And I have to admit, I did not know what to expect out of Perla. But oh my God, I loved her. And I will say it, she had my favorite outfit. And it wasn't just because you could count her ribs, even though you could. And I loved that. I loved all of it.
Yeah.
But the way she sorry, go ahead.
Yes, the way she used her hair and the way she did that, like,
Such a
jump and on the back, it was like you could feel the tension in her legs. Like, you could feel how controlled she was in that move.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was almost slow motion.
Her
the way
whole
she just kind of slow mode. I was so enamored with her.
Yeah.
I couldn't take my eyes off of her.
Now, here's what I think. I think it was two completely different performance styles. And yeah, one is more kind of rough around the edges in that it's a little chaotic, it's a little jerky, but like so entertaining. If you ever saw that in a club, if you ever saw Sanjina's dance in a club, you would go fucking insane.
For sure.
I thought it was such a close call. I almost wanted her to be like, you both win and there's another lip sync. But I'm glad they didn't do that because I didn't want to watch anymore. But
I don't know. I thought Perla won by far.
Well, here's what I was thinking while watching Sanjina. She obviously was very connected to the song, knew it like the back of her hand, and she was taking a note that Shay had given someone else earlier, and she was performing to the cameras. Like she was, I felt like I was watching Super Bowl.
Reached out to the camera and
she was giving, and what the judges
right.
said was completely true. Like the energy she gave, she was so excited. This is why she's here to show what she does.
It's just one of those things. I think when we're doing
both of them,
when we're doing the lip sync offs, it's very different from a lip sync for your life.
Yeah.
And there were a couple things she did that would have gotten her immediately sent home if she was doing this in a lip sync for your life. One of them being the little napkin she went to the back of the stage to take out of her pussy.
Oh, it was a little
Shitty
small.
prop work is immediately like a boo 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 boo. So for that to be, I don't know, we're operating under different rules. So Team Virgo wins. Not just Virgo's team won, but Virgo won.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations to Virgo Queen. I love her so much.
Yeah, me too.
She's a contender.
I'm really excited to see the rest of her stuff.
Me too. And then the bottom three were Perla, Tiffany, and Jaylene. I think it was pretty obvious it was going to go to Jaylene, the beaver, because Jaylene's an icon. I understand why Virgo wanted to pay her respects. Mm-hmm. Very similar to, was it Canada versus the World? What was Kennedy Davenport in? Yes, Kennedy Davenport got that beaver like 3 times. Because she was Kennedy Davenport.
Yeah.
So I get it. I completely get it. But it did make me kind of laugh because Perla did the hair that Virgo was wearing.
And she said, by the way, you still owe me a little money for all that hair, and we could forgive those debts.
That was brilliant. Perla, you are playing this game so smart. I understand why Virgo made the decision she did, but I also
loved that.
I don't know. I did love that Virgo just won money for winning. She's like, well, I can afford it now.
The lip sync for your life is Perla v. Tiffany.
Now, this is Tiffany's 3rd time being in the bottom out of 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So things are looking really good for her. It could happen. No, I'm just kidding. So they do the lip sync. Perla gives a very similar style lip sync to what she had just done. And so there was a part of me that was a little nervous. I was like, well, the judges didn't respond to that the first time. So are they going to respond to this style again? And they did.
Yeah.
And we say goodbye to Tiffany. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean,
if anything, I'm a little
She had that incredible runway, but I think
she had one good runway. I think we've seen what Tiffany can
But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if she were to turn back up in a versus the World. Or an All-Stars even.
You know what, Alexis? You never say that. So I think you mean it.
Should we do it? Should we do a trigger warning for Tiffany?
Hey, Tiffany girly.
We love you so much.
Love
we want to
you.
have breakfast with you.
Absolutely
but listen,
loved
why
talking
don't
about
you
you.
go ahead and skip
But there
forward
is
just
a
like
moment.
20 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry to tell this to you, but you do get eliminated in this episode.
Oh
Spoiler.
my God, don't.
Spoiler. So don't watch.
Don't spoil it.
Well, she already knows she had to go home. Did you know that when they send him home in Canada, Brooklyn rides a moose, and then she puts all the girls in the little hooves, the
because
head,
it's like vamoose.
and she says that the whole time. Get it? Because it's like vamoose. Have you ever seen a moose lose its ear thingies?
Oh yeah, weird. Scary.
And they
Antlers.
look scared.
And deer do it
And
too.
they look
They like
scared.
shake them off.
And then they're like, so Tiffany, I'm so happy she got the opportunity. She's beautiful.
She is very beautiful.
I
She's
was
great.
good. I was
I liked
good
her
with her.
talking heads. Yeah, but I think it was her time.
That is another episode of Drag Race Canada, Canada's Drag Race, if you will. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, we'll be back next week. Hit that subscribe button, of course, the notification bell.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOw.
We're both on Cameo, and she's moving.
Yes, we are on Cameo, and thank you to everyone who's bought one. I'm doing a discount right now for the first 10 people, so there's a few more left. And we also can do a Cameo if you go to IMHOtheSHOW.com.
She doesn't see a dime of that, though. I tell her that she will eventually. Also, all of our merch is at dragqueenmerch.com.
Whoa.
Can I tell you something really embarrassing? Hang on. Can I do a trigger warning?
Yeah.
Darby,
Darby,
we love you
we
on the
love
show.
you so
are
much.
so gorgeous.
Go ahead
and
and
you're so much funnier than your
away
co-host.
for the next like
but if
10
you want to just like
minutes,
take a
maybe,
moment and turn,
just turn
'cause
away.
You're about to tell a really
Because
embarrassing
you're
story
going to tell
about
a really
yourself.
embarrassing
It's so
story.
embarrassing.
And probably Alexis
Yeah,
is
it's
going to
just
say
gonna-
something really embarrassing too.
Yeah, Alexis is going to be very anti-cis. Okay, one second.
Do you want me to hold your hand?
No, that would make it worse.
Okay.
When we turned, I went, and then I almost, like, I looked at you, and I was like, that smells good, and then I almost sneezed. What do you think that is?
It's the talc in my face because I'm still using powder.
I use powder.
I meant.
No, with talc, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that TikTok where, I know you know it, where they're like, oh my gosh, the cow, she found her moo, and then she goes, moo. Moo.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've never seen the original sound, but I've seen the sound, yeah. People using that sound. I don't know where it comes from.
It's a video of a baby cow.
Oh.
And she's like, she found her moo.
Cute.
And I sent it to Curtis, and I says, isn't this cute? Isn't this funny? I sent him both the video of the cow doing it, and then a couple videos of, like, faggots doing it. So we can all laugh.
Yeah.
For the past day, I've been thinking about her, and Curtis and I keep going, moo, you know, like we have so much fun. And I was flipping through TikTok.
You love cows.
I love cows, and I don't think we should eat them. But if you do,
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
Save me one.
You will die of a heart attack, but I don't say I didn't warn you.
She doesn't have a heart, so she doesn't have to worry about that.
No, I'm fine. I was flipping through the TikToks, and I came across another faggot, and I saw a little sound on there, and I was like, oh, we got another faggot doing a sound. I can't wait to send this to my husband because this is so funny. Moo. And he was like, I can't believe I thought that was actually the cow. It's not. You seen that TikTok game where you have to do a low moo and the cow will get down low to go under? Or if the two gates are close together, you have to do a high moo so the cow gets skinny and can go through the gate. So you go moo, 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 moo. It's some guy, some hot guy, would just help, going moo when he's trying to get through, trying to make the cow skinny.
You thought it was real.
Had to go to my husband and say, that wasn't real, by the way. So sorry about that. Do you know how humiliated I was? On my own roof? I thought for sure you would have known what it was. I realize now you don't. You know all TikTok stuff. Why don't you know that?
I didn't like look into it. Is what I was saying.
Oh, so you don't know. It's real. You're gonna love it. You should tell everyone it's real.
Well, every time I hear moo, I get hungry and I have to go get a burger.
Moo. Moo. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is...
Do you need to trigger warning me?
Yeah. Alexis, hey, I am so happy you're here, which is not something I say often. But I have a topic I want to discuss with you, and it's not just because you're trans.
Oh.
But it's mainly because you are. But
Okay.
I see you as much more than that. I see you as a financial burden and a friend. Okay. What do you think about the non-trans guy playing a trans woman
on Squid Game?
Squid Games 2? For those of you who don't know, one of the bullies from The Glory is playing a trans woman in Squid Games 2, and the reason she agrees to do Squid Games is because she can't afford to get any of her gender-affirming surgery. So she's putting her life at risk so that she could possibly get the surgery. So the character has to be pre-physical transition.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that context. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know how when I'm biased towards things, I let things slide.
And you are biased towards Squid Games.
I just really like Squid Games, and I'm so excited for season 2. But there's also this thing of sometimes some people will be trans. I think I think 2 things can be true. I think there's absolutely a lot of times when the people whose story is being told should be played by someone who has that lived experience. On the other hand, sometimes I think it should just be about the acting, as long as it's done with respect and thoughtfulness. And I think in this situation, in this contest, like someone pre-transition, I almost would rather it be an actor, because I think it might be harmful to a trans woman to be the biggest, a huge thing, seeing herself, but before the transition. Yeah. Like the thing I loved about Veneno is that they did get trans women, and they I think they paid for their transitions and helped them through, and they were able to film during different portions of their transition.
Well, and
which
remember,
is so
Orange
cool.
Is the New Black with Laverne Cox. She's a twin brother, and so her twin brother played her pre-transition in all the flashbacks.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that amazing?
I think that's really special.
Yeah.
So doesn't sound like I mind that, but I also am biased towards Squid Games. I'm ready to see it.
I've just seen
at all costs.
A lot of internet kind of explode.
But there's also the context of the culture of South Korea. I don't know if trans women are what the deal is with trans women in South Korea.
So South Korea, I don't know if you saw this, went under martial law for an hour. Basically, they have their own Trump. And he was like, it's martial law now, bitches. And he tried to stop all the legislators from being able to come in and vote to stop it. Have you seen the video of the woman? She grabs one of the machine guns that's in her face and is like, fuck off. You should be ashamed of yourself. She didn't say fuck off, but you should be ashamed. Anyway.
Also terrifying.
But and the 4B movement and the such as, from my understanding, trans representation in Korea is a very dicey thing, and it's a very scary thing. And to come out publicly pre-transition in such a huge way, I think from what I've read on the internet, would be a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And I think this is a very, in my own, and I could be wrong, but I think this is having the story be told in what hopefully is a very respectful way is a giant step in the right direction.
Yeah, I think it's probably good.
Yeah.
But I just hope it's not
she'll probably die. Squid Games, everyone dies.
A caricature of what they think it, as long as it's done thoughtfully and respectfully,
well, she does have a fuck-ass bob.
That's not anything. I said a caricature. I think that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
That's interesting.
She's very into cis people playing trans characters. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will see you next week. And if you're trans, don't be an actor. You heard it here first.
I think there needs to be a lot of more opportunities for people that do have those lived experiences. And then we can, it's at this point, I think there's been enough movies about white gay guys. So now I don't care if a straight actor plays a gay person, because it's just about the acting.
You're talking about queer?
No, just gay. Oh, Queer,
no, I know,
the
but
movie.
Because Daniel Craig plays a
Well, we don't know his life. There's also that. You don't really know. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about that. But I don't think... I think we got bigger fish to fry.
Oh my God. Sorry, we're back. I just wanted to read you. We got an email.
No.
A compliment from a viewer. I can't remember the last time that happened.
Just a compliment in email?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Curtis goes, oh, one of your viewers emailed you. And I went, oh my God, what? And he was like, no, it's good. And I said, what? So I wanted to read it. This is from Todd. I won't say the last name because I don't want y'all to get so horny for him because he compliments us. Subject is thunderous applause, and it's in all caps, which is very aggressive, Todd. Then it says, a quick note to applaud you both for your namely entertaining Instagram account. Sitting on the toilet. Oh, wait, hang on. He made a mistake, but he's on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet has never been so enjoyable. Seriously, though, you two are utterly delightful and your chemistry is fire. Darby, a note for you. Are you familiar with a performer called Daphne Guinness? You are a dead ringer for her. Thank you both for the fun and humor you share. Who's Daphne Guinness? Oh,
yeah.
Daphne Guinness. No, she's really beautiful. And she's kind of a cunt.
She's
but
kind
like
of a
in a
drag
really
queen.
nice, not a nice way, but in a very like confident way. That's so nice.
That's
Thank you
really
so much.
nice. Thank you, Todd.
I hope your poo-poo went well. Okay, bye.
Sitting on the toilet.